Another episode of Tyler's Tips. Today's less of a tip and more of a how-to. We're gonna set a fence post, a corner fence post. Before you do anything, if you're gonna dig a hole in the ground, you gotta call 811 and get a locate done so you don't accidentally hit the utilities. Very important step. You don't wanna hit gas lines, water lines, electrical lines, any of that stuff. Here in the Willamette Valley, the frost line goes down to 24 inches, typically. So when I dig a post, I go down to 26 inches, a little below that, so that we get drainage underneath the frost line. And when we dig, we're gonna use a couple of tools. You wanna get yourself a trenching shovel and a post hole digger. I've already got this hole dug right here, down to our 26 inches. So we're ready to put about 2 inches of gravel down into the bottom of it for drainage. And then we're gonna pour concrete around the post the rest of the way to keep it secured in the ground. This is a post level. A lot of times you'll catch people building them and they use a level and they have to go side to side to make sure they're level when they're putting it in. This thing will save you a lot of trouble. They're about 10 bucks. It's worth it. Today we're just gonna set this one post. Later in the spring, we'll build the rest of a fence line. Just like anything that requires structural integrity, the amount of prep work and detail you do on the upfront, the better your end result will be. You wanna use a pressure treated or an outdoor lumber so it can withstand all the Oregon weather. Set this down here for now. You want your hole to be about double the width of your post. This is a 4x4, so we got about an 8-inch hole in diameter. We're gonna set some concrete and I'll show you the next step. Soupy, but it's gonna get cold and wet later here, so I'm not gonna make it super soupy. We'll mix up another bag to top that off. Before we do, we're gonna get this thing set where it's nice and level. And you wanna get yourself 2 pretty long stakes. Make sure both of these are set at level where you want them. And then we're gonna use these stakes here to help hold it in place while we finish setting it up. One going that way, and one going that way. Get yourself a couple of screws. All right, we're level on both sides. We'll fill the rest of that up with concrete. We'll be all set until it cures. See you next spring.